Megadeth, my actual song, my actual shirt. Well, it's rather interesting. I went today. Well, I thought thinking about it, it's like I should do another one. So we're gonna do part two to this because of the fact that Dave Mustaine had a movie which I'm sure some of you knew. It didn't seem like it was super big or super successful to point, but you never know. Um, what it boils down. Oh, sorry, I got some stupid notifications. Anyway, anyway, like I said before, and I'll say it again. It's one of those things that I felt that we should touch base again on this because he had so many great songs that he wrote over his course of 30 some years, 40 some years. I think it's 40. Um, a long time. Um, and I thought, well, why not revisit a few more songs because there's so many good songs of his, from his band that we should honor and mention because he's just resilient all the way through, and who knows with this Vikings disease, whether or not his hopefully surgery goes well. If it doesn't, who knows? Like I said before, I did buy an album that has autographs on it. This is supposed to be a surprise me album with a certain color. So I don't know what I'm going to get, which I'm going to be getting here, hopefully here after a while. And I have not yet got the album. I think who knows? It could have came today, and I just haven't checked, which is not good. But anyway, um, yeah. So I'm going to start off with another list of some of Megadeth's actual songs from their albums. And the one thing I liked about the movie is rather interesting. It has a lot of the new songs from the albums. The only thing is, there were a few things that seemed to be a little bit. He could have done a little better on the movie, but I think he was just trying to put fillers in. You think, but the thing is, you think it'd be a little more epic. Um, because with him, it's one of those things he usually always does a phenomenal job with it, which is kind of surprising. It could have been the production team or whoever did the movie for him. Maybe they just didn't quite get it. I don't know. I'm not sure what the whole um, downside was or whatever. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. So who knows? Anyway, but the thing is, he always has some really phenomenal music, and I really love his band so much. Um, so we're gonna start off with "Killing Is My Business" and "Business Is Good." "Killing Is My Business" in 1985. The connection, the mission statement is it represents Dave's raw entrepreneurial spirit after being fired, starting a business solely to dominate his rivals. And we all know about his rivals at the time. It had a lot to do with him getting fired from Metallica. And it's rather interesting. He does touch on that a little bit. He has no, bad blood between the guys and himself. That's kind of in the past, and he's moved on from that. And I'm glad he did. I'm really glad he has done that. The other thing is set the world afire. So far, so good. So what? 1988. The connection written on a bus ride home after being kicked out of Metallica. It represents the immediate pivot from defeat to creation, which is kind of cool. Set the world afire. So far, so good. So what? There you go. So that's interesting. I'm glad to see that they actually did do that. It's really great. Hook and Mouth is So Far So Good So What is the name of the album. 1988. The Connection, a fierce attack on censorship. It reflects Dave's long life battle from with authority and his refusal to let anyone silence his voice, which is definitely true. Very true. He is one of those people that, yeah, he's very resilient. I have a feeling I probably won't get too many people on here because my thumbnail's exactly the way it was before, only I just changed the bottom part. So we'll see how many people show up. And maybe you'll figure it out once you see the video. Hopefully. Um, so I'm gonna surprise you by having the same exact thumbnail, but a little bit different. I might end up changing it later. I think that might help. But anyway. Um, hmm. This one I'm not sure how to spell. It's Ludacris, Lucretia. Rest in Peace is the name of the album. 1990. The Connection is often overlooked for his technical brilliance. It mirrors Dave's obsession with perfection, even on the tracks that aren't the big hits. And he does talk about that a little bit about in the movie, where he says there's certain ways of doing music, and one was, their way, our way, and my way. So it's kind of interesting. But I think what he was trying to get at was that certain songs may not fit with what's going on, that they're doing in the project, but they like the lyrics. Sometimes, I mean, the songs themselves. A couple of them, they started off with a certain thing, with somebody doing certain riffs and kind of figuring out, breaking it down, changing it up, and adding some lyrics to it, and this, that, and the other, and actually making it basically a Megadeth style instead of just close to that. So it was kind of an alteration of the original song that somebody thought of, or the riffs, so to speak. Um, number I'm not gonna go with numbers. Take No Prisoners, Rest in Peace. The 1990 The Connection, a relentless track that relates to Dave's no mercy approach to his career during the height of the Thrash Wars, which is really cool. I like that a lot. And I got thinking about that when I was sitting there listening to him and seeing all the different bands in the time versus what there is now. There, I think there were pioneers in making something unique and something different between Ozzy Osbourne, Dave Mustaine, Metallica, and with James Hetfield and stuff like that, and even Pantera. Um, they had uniqueness about them on all of that. Um, that I don't know if there's going to be that kind of mentality or that kind of energy like there was back then, because it's a totally different era. It's like the 80s. The 80s was really interesting. It's a lot different, that people were kind of a little bit more wild, a little bit more crazy. You could see it in some of the clips that he had, which I thought was really great. That was the best part of the whole movie. I thought was just seeing some of the fans kind of in there at the beginning, and one of his videos anyway. And I think it says a lot, of how things have changed over the course of that time frame until now. Um, yeah. Anyway, see your Skin on My Teeth. Is it? Oh, here it is. Skin on My Teeth. Countdown to Extinction. 1992. Hello, how's it going? He's back. All right. How are you? Welcome back. I love it when people come back. It's always so awesome, because then I know, hey, I'm doing something right. Hopefully, not just kind of flopping my gums, right? That's good. Countdown Station 1992, The Connection, explicitly about Dave's multiple near death experiences. It's a literal anthem of his survival against the odds, which, yeah, I can see that. But the song is really good. It's awesome. Oh, yeah, yeah, definitely, right? You. Sweating Bullets, Countdown Extinction, The Connection. It takes a look of Dave's internal dialogue and anxiety. It shows the man behind the tough guy exterior dealing with his own psyche. I mean, he's gone through so much stuff, and I can see this. I can really relate. I thought that maybe had to do with what the song was about, but I wasn't certain on that. And yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. Addicted to Chaos, Euthanasia, 1994. The connection and the reflection of his struggle with addiction, his chronicles of difficulty of finding peace when you were used to a life of conflict. When you're used to a life of conflict. There you go. Now this one I'm not sure how to say it. Disin, Dissonators, I think is how you say it. It's Disintegrators. Cryptic Writings, 1997. The Connection. A return of high speed to a high speed during a metallurgic era. It shows Dave's refused to let go of his thrash roots, even when the industry moved towards alternative, which is really cool. Am I okay? No, you're fine. Yeah, I'm good. I am very good. You're fine. You're awesome. I love it. Let's see here. Where was it? Where was that? Industry moved to alternative. Okay. Anyway, I think this is it. Dread of the fugitive mind. The world needs a hero. 2001. The connection about the weight of the one's choices. It relates to Dave's self-reflection as he enters his third decade in the spotlight, which is really cool. Mice and Men. What was this? Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's pretty awesome, right? See, it's got the, and then I got this one here. It's got little skulls on it. Kind of not as cool as Victor Rattlehead, of course, like right here, but it's pretty cool. Because it's awesome because you gotta have some skulls, right? Mice and Men. The system has failed. The connection is an autobiographical. Oh, this is 2004. An autobiographical. You know what I mean. Look at the grown up. It's look at growing up. It days coming to terms with his journey from a kid to a broken home, from a broken home to a metal icon. That's kind of cool. Excuse me. Burnt Ice, The United Abominations, 2007. The connection is a song that is about the horrors of meth addiction. It shows Dave's using his platform to warn others of the traps he fell into. Burnt Ice. I like that. That's pretty cool. Sleepwalker is the United Abomination. The Connection, and that was in 2007. A dark, aggressive return to technicality. It's provides the age that age hasn't slowed down his mind or his fingers after his recovery in 2020 sorry 2002. God, I'm not doing very good with that. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I love that. Appreciate that. I love that. I love my voice. Okay. I don't know. It's one of those things. Who knows? I don't know. Anyway, but I appreciate it. And what was it? Oh, Burnt Eye, Sleepwalker. This Day We Fight, Endgame is the name of the song, 2009. The Connection is a pure warrior anthem that represents Dave's unending stamina and his never retreat mindset in the face of the industry changes, which I think is awesome. I don't think he changed anything at all, that much whatsoever. Kingmaker Super Collider, 2013. The Connection, about the dangers of painkiller addiction, relates to the physical pain Dave endured from his neck surgeries and the strength required to stay clean. And he does talk about this album itself because of the Super Collider, and he said people should check it out. And he also mentions the Art of War in his movie, which I think it says a lot. And I've heard that's one of those things that most people should read. He said, I thought that was really cool. Right? Oh, you gotta go to bed? Okay, bye. Take care. Have a good night. Good sleep. Okay. Well, I will be here on Friday night, okay? And Saturday next week. I usually try not, I don't do it too much tomorrow, but I appreciate that. I would love to see some people tomorrow if I thought I could do that. Yeah, I got things I do sometimes on certain days, so I try to do this on the days that I don't do those things. So if that makes sense. All right. Take care. Good night. Sleep dreams. Think of the Megadeth, right? Who knows? Anyway, let's see here. Endgame. Where are we at? Burnt Eyes, Sleepwalker. This is what the David Fight Ringmaker. I think this. No, the threat is real. And this one I had Dystopia, I think is how you say the name. 2016, The Connection is the re-established Megadeth as a top-tier thrash force. It represents Dave's creative rebirth hand after many had written the band off. Okay, there you go. There you go. Pretty awesome. 2016. That says a lot right there. Fatal Illusion, Dystopia, as a 2016. The Connection is a track that has been wrongly accused. It wait, is it? The track has been wrongly accused. It mirrors Dave's feelings that the media and the peers often misunderstand his true intentions. I guess I'm gonna have to check that one out because I don't think I've heard that one, but I have heard some of the sick, dying in the dead, which is what's coming up next. Soldier On is the one song that I think was really good off of that album. It was really cool. In 2022, The Connection, a song about leaving behind those who had hold you back as a tribute to Dave's strength to walking away from toxic situations to save himself. There you go. I think that's a pretty powerful message. I think, and I think he did that very well. I think he had some resentments and things like that for years, and I was hoping that maybe he could get over some of that, which it's not easy to do when you get kicked out of a band that you helped produce, kind of get going. Um, that means a lot to somebody. But like I said before, I'll say again, if it wasn't for that, he would have had this really great band that made huge success and huge leaps, and he's the man in charge, which is really cool. And he was resilient, basically, and I think that says a lot about people in general. That you should do your best to be resilient, because the fact without that, it's your life. You just kind of hold on to the grudges and stuff like that, and sometimes you just got to move on and go on, and that's kind of what this is about, right? Life is hell, life in hell. The Sick, the Dying, the Dead is the album 2022. The Connection is a high octane look at the internal torment. It shows that even while battling cancer, Dave's musical outputs remain fierce as his first album, which makes sense. Life is hell. The Final Riff, and this is the one that just came out. And this is the Megadeth self debut album, the White album. I guess Metallica had their black album. Well, Dave's got a white album, which is really cool. The Connection, the closing track of the final album. It is a 7-minute instrumental that summarizes Dave's entire musical vocabulary. It is the final statement as hands may be failing, but the music is eternal. Which, that really does say a lot. I really do. I think that's one of those things that's a final note to everybody. It actually even has one called The Final Note or something like that on the album. And it's one of those things. I think that means a lot. And not only to me, but I'm sure the fans. And he says that it's a full circle for him, that he's trying to kind of basically go back to a point with some of the songs to kind of not rehash out old feelings, but more or less just make it kind of seem like it's eternal, I guess, as far as the music goes, where it goes from one to the other, back and over. And he explains a lot of different things that happened over the years that his band's been around, and it's really cool. So if you get a chance to see it, you might have to rent it now because I think there's only like so many showings of it, unless he decides to show it again in theaters. I don't know how they do those promotions where they show the movies in the theaters, because there was only like two showings per theater. Sorry, two showings per theater on that movie of Behind the Mask, and it was kind of an eye opener. I think it was one of those things. Now, like I said, I wish they would have done a little bit more, kind of in between with the songs, like make it a little more animated, or make a little mini movie or something, which would be kind of cool. I mean, with some interesting stuff, like have an animation where the artwork kind of comes to life, so to speak. But all the other stuff was pretty cool. I mean, they had some stuff where they had flyers from different concerts with different bands that he toured with over the years, and kind of circulated back through those. a couple times with one of the songs, and then he had one where it's kind of an old school animated movie and things like that. Yeah, so it was pretty good. God, yeah, excuse me. I'm one of those tired days, I guess. I think it's all this cold, snowy weather that we've been getting. Hello. Oh, I thought there was another question. Let's see here. Here's some hooks for you. Get you kind of hooked on this. They told him, Dave, um, over in A3 in 2002 and in 2019 that about him. What's it? Oh, it told him it was over. That's what it was. Dave Mustaine didn't just survive; he conquers, which he does. He conquers a lot. Metallica's architect to king of technical thrash. This is the story of a man who fought for every one of his every note. And Vikings disease may be slowing his hand, but his legacy is ironclad, and his ultimate in this ultimate Mustang countdown. So there you go. And it is a testament to him and everything else like that. I think it's amazing. So basically, we got killing is my business, set the world afire, hook and mouth, um, the Cluret, I think is how you say it. Um, Lucretia, just to make sure I spell it right. Take no prisoners, skin on my teeth, sweating bullets, um, addicted to chaos, the disenchant interrogators, dread and the fugitive mind of mice and men, burnt ice, sleepwalker. This day we fight. Kingmaker, the threat is real, and the fatal illusions soldier on. Hell, life in hell, and the final riff, which is the base of the on the new album. That's kind of right, crazy. Anyway, so if I don't have anybody else talking to me, I guess I will maybe head out and end my video for tonight. Sometimes I'll do a little talking with some of the people on the live chat afterwards just to see what they're doing and get to know them a little better. I think that's always great because that's what it's all about. Dave talks about that a little bit with his fans. Some situation happened where he heard that this one guy's dad came home drunker, and I'll get out, and they actually had somebody that was close by where he lived at call the police to help him out, and I guess apparently it all in the end it all worked out to where him and his dad are really close now, and his dad is basically stopped drinking. I thought that was really cool. I thought that was really interesting point in the movie. So you'll have to check it out. Like I said, it's pretty awesome. So thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for being a part of the channel and being the voice of metal family, like Dave says with Megadeth. That once you're a fan, you're always a fan, which I think that's very true. I don't think people go away just because of certain reasons. If he's got problems, got issues, they keep soldiering on with him, and that says a lot about the fans of Megadeth. I think they're just as important, if not more important, than Dave is, because, like I said, we're all a metal family. We're all part of the same, cloth, basically, and it means a lot. It really means a lot to me, and I'm sure it means a lot to Dave and all the guys out there that play music every single day for all of us. Because without us, there would be no them. You know what I mean? And I think that means a lot. I'm sure they recognize that and they honor that too in their music. That'd be kind of cool. A couple bands I know they've done a few fan videos of some of their music, so it's pretty cool. So thanks for watching, and you guys take care. Don't forget to headbang, like, and subscribe, and I will see you next Friday. And can't wait to see my whoever shows up next week on Friday, Saturday, and says I'm back because it was really cool. I got somebody that returned, and it meant a lot to me. It's like I appreciate that. They had to go to bed, unfortunately, and stuff like that, and they thought my voice is really made them happy. I thought that's cool. I'm glad. I hope so because it's one of those things. I'm not the I'm learning as I go on some of this stuff. So to me, it's like I'm just a guy that's loves metal music, and I'm hoping to just interview some of the people that I really enjoy, and even some bands I might not know, not like as much, but it'd be kind of cool to get their perspective on not only the industry, me, other bands, and themselves. I think that means a lot. So, thanks for watching. Take care. Have a good night, and I'll see you next Friday. Take care.